What is a probate lawyer? Probate attorneys, also known as property attorneys, assist non-lawyer purchasers fulfill their position as administrators, non-public representatives, or executors of estates. They aid them as a good deal or as little as they want as they go through the probate process. The probate method consists of paying the deceased person's money owed and distributing the belongings of the estate in accordance to the will or kingdom law. What's the difference between a probate and estate planning lawyer? Although probate and property planning attorneys exercise in the identical place of property law, there is one main difference. A probate lawyer handles the system of property administration after an individual dies. They may additionally even serve as an executor or administrator of an property if the man or woman has no one else to designate. In property planning, legal professional works with residing consumers to draft wills, trusts, dwelling trusts, and powers of attorney. They assist households with elder care planning. Their work can assist consumers decrease inheritance taxes. A probate lawyer can additionally be a property planning attorney. They can do both, or they can select to specialize in one or the other. What does a probate lawyer do? The variety of duties a probate legal professional can do is long. What the probate attorney truly does will rely on what the executor or administrator needs, whether or not the decedent had a will, how problematic the property is, whether or not there are prison challenges from beneficiaries or debtors, and different difficulties with the property. When there is a will, if the deceased man or woman had a valid, signed closing will and testimony executed earlier than they died, a probate attorney might also be employed to guide the administrator via the steps of the probate system in accordance to the phrases of the will. This is a consultative role. If there is an assignment to the will, if a beneficiary believes the will is invalid, used to be signed underneath duress, or beneath the undue have an impact on of some other, then the probate legal professional might also symbolize a birthday celebration in probate litigation. Maybe any individual wishes to contest being written out of a will. There are several motives why a will would possibly be challenged. When there is no will, if the decedent left no valid, written will, they are stated to have died intestate. When that happens, country inheritance legal guidelines decide who inherits. For instance, a surviving partner may also obtain all or half of their deceased spouse's property, relying on their state's intestate laws. These legal guidelines can fluctuate widely. It's necessary to observe that each the probate legal professional and the property administrator are certain to distribute property in accordance to country intestacy laws, regardless of what the deceased individual stated whilst they have been alive, or how a whole lot some household participants want money. Country regulation determines the distribution of property assets. In this situation, a probate legal professional can also assist a cherished one go to courtroom to be named as the property administrator, or they may additionally be employed later, after the character has been named administrator with the aid of the probate courtroom judge. A relative who needs to be the estate's administrator need to first impenetrable what is referred to as renunciations from the decedent's different relatives. A renunciation is a criminal announcement renouncing one's proper to administer the estate. A probate legal professional can assist impervious and file these statements with the probate courtroom and can then aid the administrator with the probate process. What is the role of a probate lawyer? A probate legal professional may additionally be employed strictly to supply prison advice, or they may additionally be employed to function any of the following tasks. When the executor or administrator lives out of state, they regularly depend greater on the nearby probate legal professional and their staff. Some regulation corporations specialize in imparting complete offerings for simply this circumstance. Find, inventory, and impervious the decedent's estate, which include the decedent's financial savings account and checking account, their non-public possessions, vehicles, actual estate, and more. Identify and gather on lifestyles insurance plan policies. Secure value determinations for the decedent's assets. Manage the estate's checkbook. Secure a tax account or work with an in-house account to put together the deceased person's closing profits tax filing and property tax returns. Determine the validity of sure money owed and advocate on the price of debts. Prepare and file files required by using a probate court. Do you need a probate lawyer? It's now not usually vital to appoint a probate lawyer. The probate court docket itself can be very beneficial to executors and administrators. Before you rent an attorney, ask yourself, have you dealt with the probate of an property before? Can the property be dispersed barring probate? Does your kingdom have an extraordinarily handy probate process? Will the household individuals named in the ghetto